Chapter 7 Introduction to Microsoft Excel 2016. Excel is a spreadsheet program. It helps in calculation and analyzing data by using tables and formulas. It has various ways to display data, and you can also create charts and graphs. It has data spread in a tabular form consisting of rows and columns. The data can be text, numbers, date, or time. Nowadays, Excel is very popular for calculation. The best thing about using this spreadsheet is that you can experiment with numbers without having to do all the calculations over and again. Fact bit: the first electronic spreadsheet was released in 1979, named VisiCalc, Visible Calculator. Starting Microsoft Excel 2016. To start Microsoft Excel 2016, follow the given steps. Step 1. Click on Start. Step 2. Click on Excel or Excel 2016. Step 3. The Excel Start screen will appear. Select Blank Workbook. A blank Excel worksheet will appear. An Excel worksheet is a single spreadsheet that contains cells organized by rows and columns. A workbook can be thought as a physical book with many pages. The file name Book 1 and the program name Excel appear in the title bar at the top of the screen. Book 1 or Book 2, Book 3 and so on is a temporary title for your workbook until you save the workbook with the name of your choice. By default, an Excel new workbook contains one worksheet, Sheet 1, similar to the first page in a book where you enter information. If a workbook has more worksheets, you use the Sheet tabs that are located just above the status bar and are identified as Sheet 1, Sheet 2, and Sheet 3. You can rename worksheets to identify their content and add worksheets with the new Sheet Plus button as needed. Fact bit: a workbook consists of 1,048,576 rows and 16,384 columns. Components of a worksheet. The components of the Excel 2016 window are as follows. Title bar. The title bar appears at the top of the program window and displays the name of the workbook and the program. The buttons on the right side of the title bar are used to get help, change the display of the ribbon, minimize, restore, maximize, and close the program window. Quick Access Toolbar. The Quick Access Toolbar appears on the left side of the title bar. It lets you access common commands no matter which tab is selected. It includes the Save, Undo, and Repeat commands by default. You can add other commands depending on your preference. Ribbon. Ribbon contains multiple tabs, each with several groups of commands. These tabs are used to perform the various tasks like copying, pasting, formatting, and number styles, etc. in Excel. Some groups have small arrow at the bottom right of the corner. It is called the dialog box launcher. Clicking on it opens a related dialog box that offer more commands available on the ribbon. Status bar. The status bar appears at the bottom of the program window and displays the following worksheet view options on its right side. Normal view. It is the default view for all worksheets in Excel. It is used to show all the rows and columns in a worksheet. Page layout view. It divides worksheet into pages. It is used to see where pages begin and end. Page break view. It gives you a nice overview of a worksheet with page breaks. It also tells how many printed pages should be needed to hold the data in the worksheet. You can adjust the page break in the worksheet to control the number of pages. Row headings. Row headings are numbers which runs from top to bottom at the left side of the sheet as 1, 2, and so on. Column headings. Column headings are letters of the alphabet which runs from left to right at the top of the sheet as A, B, C, and so on up to Z and labeled as AA through XFD. Cell. Cell is a box formed by the intersection of a row and a column in a worksheet. Each cell is identified by its address, which consists of its column letter and row number. For example, the cell that appears at the intersection of column B and row 3 is B3. A highlighted boundary around the cell shows that the cell is active. Formula bar. The formula bar displays the content or formula stored in the active cell. It is used to enter or edit values or formulas in cells. Smart bit. You can expand or collapse the formula bar by using Ctrl plus Shift plus U key combination. Name box. Name box is located next to the formula bar. It displays the address of the currently selected cell. Entering data. There are different ways to enter data in Microsoft Excel worksheet. In an active cell, in the formula bar. To enter data in active cell, Step 1. Click the cell. Step 2. Start typing using the keyboard. To enter data into the formula bar. Step 1. Click the cell where you would like to enter the data. Step 2. Place the cursor in the formula bar. Step 3. Type in the data using the keyboard. Types of data. The following type of data can be entered in a Microsoft Excel sheet. Numbers. Numbers include numerals from 0 to 9, symbols such as plus, minus, asterisk, slash, dot. It can also be used in calculations. By default, the numbers are right aligned in a cell. Text. Text data can contain alphabet, numbers, spaces, and special characters. It is used for heading, titles, names, and so on. It is not used in calculations. By default, text data is left aligned in a cell. Formulae. Formulae are mathematical expressions which include numbers and mathematical operators in order to perform calculations. All formulas begin with equal to sign. Navigating a worksheet. An Excel worksheet can contain more than 1 million rows and more than 16,000 columns. There are several ways to move through worksheet that contain numerous rows and columns. You can use the arrow keys, the scroll bars, or the mouse to navigate through a worksheet. Some of the keyboard strokes that can be used to easily move around the worksheet are listed on the next page. Keyboard strokes. Action. Move one row up. Move one row down. Move one column left. Move one column right. Control plus Home. Move the cell pointer to the first cell of the topmost row, that is cell A1. Control plus End. Move the cell pointer to the last used cell of the worksheet. Page up. Moves the active cell highlight to first row of the spreadsheet and can be used as an alternative to scroll up the worksheet. Page down. Moves the active cell highlight to the next sheet and can be used as an alternative to scroll down the worksheet. Creating a new workbook. An Excel workbook contains maximum of 255 worksheets. By default, it opens only one worksheet. To create a workbook, follow the given steps. Step 1. Click the File tab. The screen will appear called the Backstage view. Step 2. Select New, then click Blank Workbook. A new blank workbook will appear. Smart bit. To insert new worksheet, press Shift plus F11. Saving a workbook. To save a workbook, follow the given steps. Step 1. Click the File tab. Files can be saved with two different types of save commands. Step 2. Click Save to save the active workbook with the existing name. Or click Save As to save the active workbook with the new name, or if you are saving it for the first time. Step 3. To save the file on the computer, select This PC and then click Browse. The Save As dialog box will appear. Step 4. Select the location like Desktop and then type a file name. Click Save and it will be saved with the extension .xlsx. Fact bit. By default, all Excel files are saved with the extension .xlsx. Lesson sum up. Excel 2016 is a spreadsheet program. It helps in calculation and analyzing data by using tables and formulas. Each workbook by default opens one worksheet, namely Sheet 1. A worksheet consists of 1,048,576 rows and 16,384 columns. Rows are numbers which run from top to bottom at the left side of the sheet as 1, 2, 3 and so on up to 1,048,576. Columns are letters of the alphabet which run from left to right at the top of the sheet as A, B, C and so on up to AA through XFD. The formula bar displays the data or formula stored in the selected cell. 3 types of data can be entered in a worksheet: numbers, text, and formulas.